So here I am at 10 days on juice fast. A week ago on Tuesday, so that was the 30th of June, I had kind of a last meal, last lunch. That's better, I've switched that off. I wasn't expecting it to be my last one, but there we go. And it was only meant to be for 3 days that I was fasting. Then it turned to 4, and so what's going on? And suddenly I'm on. Wait a minute, it's today. Yeah, today's day 10, I'm sure. And yeah, I'm feeling really good actually. I'm kind of looking at myself sort of on the phone, and I mean my eyes kind of, I'm tired for sure, and I think that's mostly what's coming through there. But if it wasn't for the fact that I've been really tired and it's been long days and short nights, feeling really energized right up until kind of the last moment, and you know that can be 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we're back up at 6:30, and this is something that we're doing every day of the month, is starting the day at 6:30. But you know, really in fairness to the body, and kind of going through what is a month of juicing, smoothies, eating raw, cleansing, lightening, you know, lightening that weight on us that's kind of that's there with processed foods and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty full on, and we're also doing it in an environment where we're really pushing each other to our edge to really kind of, you know, bring up all these shadows and these dark kind of the negative aspects of who we individually are, and within the group as well. And so I mean that's kind of my home anyway. That's pretty much where we reside most of the time, but now we're doing it, you know, sort of without all the crap of sort of regular food going into us, and yeah, it's good. I'm really enjoying it. I am, and I don't know how to, you know, kind of adequately express just how much of an impact it's actually had. I mean, I wish I'd been taking, you know, videos now of me before I hit this point when I was lethargic and low and so questioning over absolutely everything that I was thinking, that I was doing, that I was expressing, that I was feeling. Nothing felt particularly right. Now, don't get me wrong, 10 days off of, you know, sort of food and on to juice, it's not as if everything has miraculously kind of been fixed and recovered, but shit, I'm able to kind of look at stuff and do stuff and be completely kind of more engaged with it and proactive about kind of what's happening. I'm able to hold challenges a lot better. So if something comes at me that's, you know, that's been before would have just kind of floored me and put me into a negative space and made me kind of contract in and retract from whatever it is, you know, that's not happening now. I'm getting more of a, there's just more of a positive energy about stuff, and I really feel that is, you know, dietarily, but it's linked to food anyway. And yeah, there could be, you know, multiple other factors in there, and there's been other training that I've done, you know, other work that I've done over the past kind of 2 years. I did a fantastic sort of year of coaching with a guy in Edinburgh, a good friend of mine, who is an integral coach, integral theory, kind of under the school of Ken Wilber, but it also takes in Mondo Zen practice, as sort of taught through Jumpo and his school of Mondo practice. And a lot of that stuff is really, you know, it's kind of sat with me for the past year since I finished the coaching in Edinburgh. And I think because all of these, you know, kind of tools were put into place for me to be able to take steps forward, but something vital in my life was lacking, and that was a shift in diet, a shift in what I was putting into my body, every time I was feeling sort of slightly crappy about myself, I would probably have, you know, another coffee or a sandwich or God, fries, or, you know, something that just wasn't good. And then last week, so that went on for, you know, kind of a full year after the coaching, and I've been in constant coaching actually for about the past 20 years. My wife is just the most amazing and full on, doesn't take no shit kind of coach, and she's worked with me for free for 20 years. So if you're ever needing a coach, certainly feel free to come to her, but it ain't a free ride on this one, I'm telling you. I think she's done with kind of, you know, sort of the pro bono work. But you know, everything up until this point has been constantly, you know, I've had sort of a few really kind of strong voices with me in, you know, other people externally, my wife, my coach in Edinburgh, people that I listen to, people that I read, and it hasn't made any real difference. I mean, there's been kind of, it's like I understand everything conceptually or, you know, contextually, but then to put it into practice has just been, no, it's not happened, you know, or I would get somewhere and within a day, within 2 days, just like fall down and back into the same, you know, sort of spiral downwards into, you know, so yeah, just kind of not in a good place at all. Now I'm really feeling like I can be more engaged, more proactive about what's going on. There's less space for me to kind of hide in myself. Whatever it was that was in there that was feeding off the crap that I was putting into me got too hungry and left, and that I think is really where I'm at the moment. So I'm excited for this. I mean, I have the option over the next 2 days, based on a diet that, you know, my wife and I have kind of put together for ourselves for July. I've got an option over the next 2 days, in fact, including today, to have more substantial foods. I could have, you know, sort of thick smoothies, or I could go straight into, you know, raw foods. So, you know, there's fruit and veg, salads, nuts, seeds, obviously plenty of water, and I don't know, juice is just kind of hitting the mark for me at the moment, and I'm enjoying it. And why change, I suppose? Got to listen to what my body's saying to me. Got to recognise when it's lacking maybe things like fats or, you know, protein and things. And these are going to be kind of maybe harder lessons to learn, because I've never kind of been on this journey before. I've just fed my body with stuff that's a mixture of, you know, all different kinds of processed but still containing nutrients, and now it's completely different. It's gone back the other way. So it's going to be really interesting to kind of, you know, to kind of see how this plays out. So looking forward to it, and I'll post again just as kind of soon as I hit another point or another marker. I think I did one back on Monday on the 6th of July, and at that point it was, I don't know, about 11-12 o'clock at night. I was kind of tired, but it was, you know, I was feeling really positive at that point. Through the course of this week, there's been kind of, you know, it's kind of been high, and then I've kind of hit this downwards thing through the middle of the week, but kind of hit the juice and kept with it until I felt, you know, like I was getting through on the other side of whatever I was coming up against. And so I did, and, you know, went into a new day and carried forward, and that's what it's about, is moving forward and being true. I mean, integrity and persistence. I mean, if you haven't got to those things, or those two things, I think, you know, in anything like this, you're buggered, basically. You're going to fall over, you're going to, you know, you're not going to make it. You need that integrity, you need to be true to yourself. I've been out, you know, sort of out of the past 10 days, I've only been at home for 2 days. I've been out working in Edinburgh for, you know, 8 days now. In those 10 days, food isn't really coming into the equation at all as a thought in my head. The juices are keeping me going, they're keeping me active. It's been warm, I've been hitting between, you know, sort of 20 degrees Celsius. Believe me, that's kind of warm in Scotland at the moment, especially given the skies and things. So yeah, it's persistence and integrity. I think that's really what it comes down to, and it seems like I've got both of those in spades. If you have them, these are the kind of changes you can make for yourself, and I definitely recommend that you explore it, because it's good and it's good fun. Take care. have a good time, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you the next time I'm around on here. Bye!